So this video is about how to make molds. This first one I'm going to make is a best friend's heart from Natoli's Creations, and I'll put the link in the notes. This mold is from Texas Darling Boutique. You have to sign up for an account on their website and then look under VIP molds. So I like to have my colors mixed and ready to go. For this I'm going to use a blue and a purple. Both are from K&L. The purple is Rich Purple and the blue is called Intense Blue. So I like to shake a little bit onto each side so that I can make sure that they're equal. You want the hearts to look good when they're put together, so try to make sure that the beads are about the same distance down in your mold. And you can use your fingers to help spread it out. I'm going to add a little more to that side so that it's even. And then I like to pick up the mold and shake it so that those blue beads stay at the top. That way I'll just have purple at the bottom. So now you can add in your second color. I like to start at the bottom and then work my way up. You can use your finger to spread out those beads. Now it's really important to make sure that everything's equal so that the mold cooks evenly. I'm going to add more to this side and then use my finger to make sure the beads are spread out all across the mold. And now this one's ready to cook. Now this monster mold is going to have two colors as well. The brown that I'm using is a deep brown from Just Pigments, and the green is Fresh from K&L. I like to use a thick tooth comb to help keep my colors separate. You could also cut an index card or thick paper. I like using the comb and I find it to be the easiest. So I pour my brown beads in and make sure that they're spread out evenly, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the green. I fill my molds about halfway, sometimes a little bit less. Just make sure you spread out the beads evenly, and then once they're even, you can pull out the comb, and this one's ready to bake as well. So these have baked on 325 degrees for 15 minutes, and then I rotate the pan. The monster's a little thinner, so I'm going to add 4 minutes and then check them. So these have cooked for another 4 minutes, so now I'm going to pull them out so that I can see them clearly. So if I look, I can see that these beads are melted together and there's not any gaps. So this one's ready. I'm going to pull it off the pan so that it can cool off. Now looking at this one, you can tell that it's not ready because when I pull apart the side, the beads haven't melted together quite yet and there's some gaps. So this one needs about 1 more minute before it will be finished. So this is cooked for 1 more minute and it's ready to go because they're melted together. Taking the Freshie out of the mold too early can mess up the shape, so be patient and make sure it's cooled off fully. So they'll be bendy when you take them out. You can tell that they're cooked all the way because they're nice and smooth and you can see all the details. You can always put them back in and cook longer if they're bumpy. I use Sharpie oil-based paint pens to color in the details. Don't use other brands. They might be cheaper initially, but they peel off in the bags and they make a mess. Go through and color in the details. If you make a mistake, you could use a Q-tip to hurry and wipe it off. I like having different sizes of Sharpie to make painting them easier. Right now, I'm using the medium tip. I like to go through with a fine tip to clean up the rest of the details. I don't like extra fine pens because they're too small, and I found that it's really hard to get paint out of them. So now I'm just going to color in the monster. So I'm using that medium pen, and then I grab that fine pen and go over and get in the mouth so that it's nice and neat. So I'm just going to color in the last few details on the monster, and then he's done. So if you found this video helpful, you can subscribe and then you'll get notifications when I post new videos. I also have a tips blog that I'll put the link in the comments so that you can check that out if you need some more Freshie support.